So I'm rope walking up, and I remembered I cut my rope right in the middle of a 240-foot rope. I hate days like this. This one I'm gonna have you guys pull it over. So I am setting up to do this sweet gum tree. They started dying out last year. Seeing metal in it already. Cable. Jeez, how many nails this damn thing's got in it. But heavy lean towards the house. Pretty good sized sweet gum. And like I said, dying out. The thing I really hate is that center right there. I almost guarantee you there's probably a big hole there. Nice. Nice job, guys. Right there. I almost guarantee you there's probably a big hole there. So I'm gonna have to do rigging off of like this far here. So I think what I may do is actually I may try to throw my tie-in into a different tree. My options are this big white oak. I mean, I have options. This big ash, which also has cable growing all through it. And another huge white oak. So I have a lot of options of tie-in points. You see that limb there? Huh. This one here on this oak. Let me see. I can't see on the camera right now. Screen shut off. Oh, come on. Okay, yeah. That one there. I may try to throw it here. It does have quite a bit of movement right now, though. Huh. I think it's probably the best option, though. And then if I want, I can redirect where I'm at in this tree. But yeah, I'm gonna try. So I guess you guys could watch that if you want. I usually don't show this. So I have to wear a glove now when I go to set the throw ball, because I lost I had I think it was a 12 ounce, and it was just the right amount of weight. It would pull through and I could launch it. And this like 16 is so heavy that like it'll cut my fingers and burn my fingers, and yeah. So I'm gonna put a glove on for it. Alright, so I went from being what I consider to be incredibly accurate with that 12-ounce stow ball, that I didn't even use my slingshot anymore, the big shot. I never used the gun anymore. I was pretty dead on up to 80 foot almost with the 12-ounce. And this 16 just changed everything. I'm so off. Watch this. just the other day, I was throwing a throw ball back up into this big shingle oak, and a hawk attacked it. A red-tailed hawk attacked my throw ball, and then like kind of taunted me the rest of the time I climbed. Or yeah, I think I was climbing. Yeah. But you guys have probably seen that video already, so. Craziness. I'm gonna go up there and say hey to him. It's a hell of a throw, but I feel like I can get it. So I'm just giving my brother a hand, keep him from having to go rent a lift and waste that money. So dead limb again. No way. I hate days like this. So the whole reason I was trying to even make that crazy throw into the oak is because I was worried about there being that big hole at the top that I was talking about. Well, after half an hour of trying that and getting extremely aggravated, I finally give up, and I decide I'll throw low into the sweet gum and go ahead and head up and just get started. Well, I figured, well, maybe that hole's probably not as bad as I'm thinking. Well, when I got up there and seen it, I was wishing I would have spent a little more time throwing. I'll really click in. My climb line. Alright, you're out. Yeah? Yep. Ready? You did hear me about the camera?
You got your camera on it?
Yeah. Out on the limb, you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Try your best not to smash it.
I know. I just leave it down there because I'm going to have you probably swing it to me on the next one.
Nice little ride. Okay, so we've cleared a lot. Now you can see there's actually a power line there. Probably set a redirect up here somewhere, so we're not having so much swinging on some of them top pieces. But yeah, head up to it, swing down some wood, which I'll probably run a redirect for it too with a ring. And some of that stuff really high is going to be tricky because it's going to want to hang up on the way down, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this was a tricky one in general. The issue is, you see every one of these limbs, like the ones I'm out on right here, they all dogleg really hard off of that big hole. So we're dealing with extremely weak unions and limbs, and we're gonna rig some pretty big stuff off of them. So what I'm doing here is, we deal with this electric wire that's off here to the left, kind of in the leftish corner here, and we have the house below us a bit, but we have room there to drop it. We have to kind of watch out for some of the underbrush. It's kind of like little trees and stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna relieve as much off of this as I can and try to rig some. But I mean, it is a miserably hot day. The humidity was crazy high, so it was just a rough one in general. So I feel like what ended up happening is I got in maybe a bit of a rush at some point, let the heat get the best of me, and stopped double checking myself and just took for granted things were right. And at some point I cost myself quite a bit of money and cut my 240-foot rig and rope, my most important rig and rope, right in half. So yeah, it's a bummer. But here's a little trick for guys. If you have a drink sent up to you, if you have a speed line strap, you can wrap it around and do kind of like the prusik knot. Cut as many wraps as you can, and then girth it, onto there, and then you can hang it off your saddle and be able to, even if you don't have like a cup holder or bottle holder, you can still keep a drink with you up in the tree. So yeah, I'm going to relieve as much weight off of this as I can, try to turn it into a bit of a pole, because there's some really big chunks that I need to rig off some of these tops, and you'll see them at one point, and I would say they're like, I don't know, you just have to see them. I want you to pay attention to how small these stems are. Like where my hand's at, a little bit above that, like where I'm reaching right now, is where we will end up putting a rigging point. And you should see some of the logs we were able to rig off of it fairly easy, because we were able to build the rigging setup strong. And if you're confused about what I mean by build, I mean we can place our rings in particular spots throughout the canopy, which will cause the rigging system as a whole to be much stronger. We're sharing the load throughout the canopy, which takes it off of just one stem and spreads it between many. And we're also, when you use multiple stems, you can make those stems contract instead of separate. So that's what I want with most of this. I don't want any of this to start to separate anymore, because I don't trust the dog leg in the hole. I want everything to compress when we're rigging. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind how skinny some of these little tops are, and then when we get to that rigging part, tell me what you think. Enjoy, guys. Okay, so my bad. The camera battery went out, and I just kept rigging. So check this out. So look at that little stem up there. So we were rigging off of this little one and this little one. If I get over here, you can see it's just a stem on that one. That one right there. And we rigged these on them. So I'm headed back up. We got some more rigging to do. 3 or 4 branches. I'll probably blow them tops out right over here into the hole. And we get to fall this big log. So fun.